New episode of the Heritage series. Today we will be exploring another heritage structure of Bengaluru, which is over 100 years old.
Welcome to yet another episode of Discovering Bangalore with me, Aparna Vinod, the founder of the Craft Caravan and a heritage enthusiast. Today we stand before the Bowring Institute, one of the oldest buildings in Bangalore. The building is about 127 years old and has a lot of interesting things for us to look at. So let's start. The Bowring Institute was set up in 1868 as a Bangalore Literary and Scientific Institute. Over time, it has transformed into a place for everything, right from glitzy weddings to conversations over whiskey to playing a competitive game of bridge.
It's hard to believe that it was originally started as a literary and academic institute. Spread over 12 acres, Bowring Institute was built between 1888 to 1890 at a cost of 23,000 rupees to serve as a club. The building was supposed to be ready in 12 months but was completed a full 2 months in advance, for which the architect received an inam of 300 rupees, which was a lot of money in that era. Till about independence, only the British were allowed inside the institute. It was only after 1955 that Indians were allowed to enter. The first clay tennis court in Bengaluru was set up over here and was patronized by many greats of the game such as Roy Emerson, Bobby Howie and Ramanathan Krishnan, to name a few. Today, it is on the list of 740 protected monuments in the state and governed by the Archaeological Museums and Heritage Department. The club was founded in 1868 and is considered one of the elite clubs of India. In recent years, however, deep cracks have developed on the walls and roofs. Water seepage, bandicoot holes, worn-out floorings and leaky roofs are testimony to the fact that the Victorian-style building is in urgent need of attention. Acknowledging this need, work is currently being carried out to restore the building and bring it back to its former glory.
The Bowring Institute, which is over 150 years old, the heritage building was in dire need of restoration. It's heartening to see that the Bowring Managing Committee is trying to follow 100% authenticity in the methods that they're using to restore this building.
Traditional methods are being used to restore the institute.
1868 Bowring Institute started earlier as a literary and scientific institute with Mr. L.B. Bowring as its president. He was the then chief commissioner of the government of Mysore, state of Mysore, and Mr. B.L. Rice was the founder secretary. It started on a rented place at 7 Museum Road and later was to be shifted to the Residency Road. Later in 1869, Mr. L.B. Bowring, he shifted to London. At about 1887, the then British government suggested to Mr. B.L. Rice to start a social club for the Anglo-Indians and the men in uniform. That is how Bowring Institute came to be established.
contrary to popular belief, the Bowring Institute was founded by B.L. Rice, Director of Public Instruction, Mysore, and author of Mysore Gazette and other works on Mysore State, and not L.B. Bowring, after whom it was named. And that's not all. The institute still retains another aspect of it, which is as old as itself.
This post box, which is as tall as me, is as old as the club itself. The members of the club take great pride in posting letters through the post box, and it's collected daily. It's great to know that it's a functioning postal service in Bowring Club.
Well folks, this is it for today. See you tomorrow with another episode of Exploring the Heritage of Bengaluru. With camera person Abu Bakr Siddiqui, Zikran Shamsuddin for News 9.